My name's Darren Darling. I'm the Global Brand Ambassador for JLM Lubricants, and I'm here today to talk you through using the DPF Refill Kit and the DPF Refill Fluid to fill up the additive pouch from a Peugeot or Citroen vehicle. So this is the Eloise pouch, and this sits inside what looks like a tank, but it's actually just a plastic casing. So some vehicles have a tank, others have a pouch. So this should be carried out by a professional garage. So when you remove the tank or casing from the vehicle, you can identify whether it's a tank or whether it actually has a pouch inside there. So first things first, what we've done is we've decamped the filling kit. So in there we have a large hose, the long hose here. We have a short piece of plastic hose and two connectors. So what I've done, I've already done some preparation on this because, you know, it is cold in here, it's winter time, so these pipes cool down quite quickly. So I've done a little bit of prep work to make it easier to show you. So all we've done is we'll take a lighter, we'll warm up the pipe and push our connectors all the way in to the clear plastic pipe. So we'll do this on both ends. Make sure you push them all the way on, and then when the pipe cools, pull them, you know, give them a good tug to make sure that you have a good fit there. So now that we've done that one, so we're left with one final connector here, and we can either use the long hose, this is what it's for, but for the purpose of this video, I've cut a short piece of this pipe off. Because I'm working at a height, at worktop height, I've created a short piece of pipe using this connection and the cap that will attach to the bottle. So again, all we'll do with these is before we connect them, you know, you may need to heat the pipe with a lighter, push it all the way home and make sure it has a good solid connection. So that's us prepared, ready to fill it up. So if you were doing this with a pouch on the floor, then obviously you could use the full length of this pipe so that it reaches the floor while you're filling it up. So it's important before you start, make sure you do have gloves on before handling this product. So what we're going to do is take the empty pouch and we're going to connect this up like so, and you'll hear that click home, and it's got nice solid connection on there. So the next thing we are going to do is take a bottle of the DPF refill fluid. Now this fluid is compatible with all generations of the DPF additive fluid, the Eloise fluid. So generation 1, 2 and 3, you'll see it color coded on the bottle, and this is compatible with all generations of it. So on this one, on the bag, it is color coded with a green connector on there, which means it is the green second generation fluid, and this is compatible with all of them. So another important thing to remember is something we see unfortunately in our own workshop is people not putting the correct fluid into here. We have in some cases seen people use AdBlue. It's important that you know, especially on later Euro 6 models of these vehicles, they do run an additive pouch or tank and AdBlue. They are completely separate systems and they have two separate tanks. Please do not mix them up, because AdBlue in this pouch would be catastrophic to the fuel system on the vehicle, you know. So just make sure that you are putting the correct fluid in. So it is quite common for, you know, these vehicles to have AdBlue and the Eloise system, but on the Euro 6 vehicles anyway. So nice and easy so far. So all we've done, we've connected this cap to the DPF refill fluid. We have the refill kit all connected up here. So before we tip this up, there is a separate video on this, but there's a small pintle here at the top of the cap. So all we need to do is take this out and that creates a small breather hole which makes it easier to fill this up. Now this is a great modification that JLM recently done. That means that you will get a small amount of fluid coming out of the breather, but it is minimal, and you'll notice that compared to the old way of filling things up, the fluid will flow much more easily into the bag because it can now breathe. So all we'll do is now tip this up and allow it to gravity feed into there. So this is much quicker than the previous version. So all we'll do is we'll hold this now till the bag fills up. It's starting to fill up nicely. We'll come back when the bag is filled up, and then after that procedure, all you're left to do is go in with the scan tool to make sure that you program the new additive level. So as a diagnostic procedure, you'll need to go in there and tell the vehicle that you've topped this fluid up. Now, as you can see, the bag is full, so we've put the entire 2 litres into the additive pouch, so we're ready just to disconnect it. Like I said earlier, there are various different sizes of these pouches, and if you see there, I can still squish it a bit. Just make sure that you leave a little bit of an air gap in there as well. You don't want to, have that, pouch bursting at the seams, so when you put it in, back into its carrier, you do need to sort of maneuver them in there a little bit, so you don't want to be putting that pouch under any unnecessary stress or pressure. So that's took the 2 litres there, and you can see it's full, but it's not overfilled. You should still be able to move it around there. It's not expanded right out. So now that that's done, good thing is, I have to say that with the breather hole in there, so once we took the pintle out, it's fairly, it just flows much nicer. You will get the odd little droplet coming out of the breather hole, but as you can see here from my worktop, I've got a couple of very minor splashes here, which I'll clean up. I have some paper down, but it's nothing significant whatsoever. Don't squeeze the bottle and you won't get any excess mess. So nice and clean and tidy, and all we've got to do now is disconnect the filling kit. So I'll disconnect it from this end first. So squeeze these clips, and then we'll put that off to one side. So all we're going to do now is, I'll stand that up because I don't want any spillage. So what I'll do is take this back to its carrier on the vehicle, and then I'll pop this little pipe out, connect it all back up, and then once we've done that, we'll need to program the vehicle to make sure that we reset the additive level with a diagnostics tool. So that's it, job done. We'll be back very shortly just to show you how you reset the, diagnostically reset the additive level. So make sure, if you want any more information on this, make sure you check out the JLM website, jlmlubricants.com. Also, don't forget to give this video a like and a share, and also follow our YouTube channel at JLM Lubricants.